It's the WP Minute. WordPress news is back, and is pesky AI coming for our content? Wait, what's that you say? WordPress.com is actually selling it? Let's dive into that and your links for the week coming up. Today's episode is brought to you by us here at the WP Minute. If you like the work we do, consider supporting us with a digital coffee for as little as $5, or join the membership, where you can join nearly 100 other WordPressers like you who love the WordPress news. Your donation helps support content like this podcast, our freelancer articles written by Eric Karkovac, and our boots on the ground at events from Raquel. Head to thewpminute.com/support and start your membership with a donation today. That's thewpminute.com/support. Let's cut to the chase, because it seems that WordPress news is back this week. At least the Link Squad inside the WP Minute Slack have been busy curating the news as we kick off the month of March. 404 Media reported on two of Automattic's products, WordPress.com and Tumblr.com, apparently signing a deal with AI tools to help train their models based on public-facing content that users publish. I ran a poll on Twitter, it has about an hour left at the time of this writing, asking, does WordPress.com sharing or selling user-generated content to AI platforms bother you? Currently, respondents are steady at 59.3%. Yes, it does bother me. 40.7%. No, it doesn't bother me. That's based off of 135 participants thus far. Check the link in the show notes if you want to see the results of that survey. It's important to know that if you are a WordPress.com user, as I am with my $300 per year podcast setup newsletter, you can opt out with their, quote, prevent third-party sharing, end quote, setting inside settings and then under the general tab. From what I can see, this creates a robots.txt file that sets a disallow for well-known AI platforms like Claude and ChatGPT. There's some others in there as well. What is not clear to me is whether or not this also disables some other API or data fire hose that is part of a shared data agreement with Automattic. Is there some other connection behind the scenes where Automattic allows partners to forklift this data over to their platform? I uploaded a 12-minute video to Twitter going deeper on this topic and showing you in more detail what the robots.txt file looks like. You can check out that video if you want more expanded thoughts on this topic. However, here are my two takeaways to ponder on. Number one, we've been giving up our data for decades to Google in exchange for the potential, I can't stress that enough, potential of ranking higher in their results and filling in very lucrative data points for business information, map data, and other structured metadata to classify our content for their mission to index the world's information. We got nothing in return other than a moving target of an SEO algorithm, while Google built the world's greatest cash cow in Google Ads. Number two, the thing that really bugs me about the WordPress.com deal is that it's yet another example of creators getting squeezed. This is our content, and while these AI platforms have most likely crawled all of it by now, Automattic gets to profit off of it, but not us. Could I export my content from WordPress.com and dump the zip into ChatGPT and out spits a $20 bill? It's just more of the same, really. It's what I expect of any corporation. The only thing Automattic has to release now is a PR note stating that they were breached and 20 million user records were stolen, but not their billing information, of course. If you want to go deeper into critical thinking about this topic, read the 10 questions for Matt Mullenweg regarding data ownership and AI by some other guy who thinks out loud on the internet too, or hit reply and let me know how you feel about this whole thing. Important links this week. Now it's time for those important links this week, and there's a lot. Let's go ahead and dive right in. My dear friend Corey Miller has stepped back from his day-to-day role at PostStatus to pilot the ship as owner and advisor. Community star Michelle Frechette has stepped in as the executive director and will lead PostStatus from here forward. Hostinger, a sponsor of WP Minute, found themselves in a bit of hot water as users discovered affiliate plugins activated in MU status. MU stands for must use and cannot be disabled via the dashboard. The Hostinger team responded and has removed the plugin from hosting accounts. Matt Mullenweg can't seem to rest on his sabbatical. As Steph Lundberg writes, Matt Mullenweg teaches a masterclass on why we have trust and safety teams. FSE Outreach Program is now simply called Outreach and sees WP Minute member Birgit Polly Hack taking the reins. Congrats, Birgit. In more unsurprising news from Big Corps, Chris Coyier pens a new reflection on the DigitalOcean acquisition of his blog CSS Tricks. Lawrence Loudermilk, WP Minute member, wrote about OmniSend's, also a WP Minute sponsor, omnipresence across the WP media landscape. This should be required reading for any WordPress company thinking about marketing and promotion. It seems Daniel Bachhuber, WP Minute member, is running WordPress.com while Matt Mullenweg is away. Katie Keith from Barn2 sold 7 plugins to former Skyverge founders at Kestrel. And a new video of the week. Here's what WooCommerce looks like on 2024 theme. The results may shock you. Surprisingly good, actually. I'll cut to the chase on that one as well. Check out the video link in the show notes. That's it for today's episode. Get the weekly newsletter at thewpminute.com/subscribe. Want to support the show and join a Slack group filled with WordPress professionals like you? Talk about the news, share your WordPress business content, and network with others. Head to thewpminute.com/support and get access to our group. Support the show for as little as $5 or more if you feel we provided more value. Thanks to our pillar sponsors, Pressable, Bluehost, and OmniSend. Thanks to our Foundation Plus sponsors, WP World, Image SEO, and Hostinger. Thanks to all of our annual supporting members and you, the listener. Without your support, the WP Minute wouldn't be possible. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week.